Happy Friday, big fish, little fish viewers. Craig Thompson, we've got a beauty at Alexandra Park tonight. And even though I sort of think I know who's going to win the big trot, I'm still tremendously excited about it because they're exciting horses.
Well, they are, Michael. Three really, really smart trotters. Two of them certainly will benefit for their run first up right-handed last time, Michael. I'm referring to Cracker Hill and obviously Ultimate Stride. But even with that run under their belts, very hard to go against what Bolt for Brilliance did last start, Michael, because not many horses can do that, get shoved out three wide from the 600-metre mark and really coast home in a record run. So he is something special.
He holds the national record for 2,200 metres standing start and mobile now. That's all comers, does Bolt for Brilliance. So round two for the North versus the South tonight's race 6. $1.45, Craig. It's hard to take, but it's awfully hard to bet against. I thought the one thing that may happen here is Cracker Hill will lead easily this time and probably stay in front. I'm not sure Ultimate Stride will go forward and attack him. That being the case, Cracker Hill will get to dictate what happens to the other horse, and that's going to be really interesting. So I think Bolt for Brilliance can still beat him, but he might need to depart from the 800 to do so.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think what will happen is Ultimate Stride won't come off the gate this week. I think they did that last week. They rolled the dice and they got in front of Cracker Hill, but I think it was to their detriment, Michael. I think they worked a little bit too hard. This week, I think the way the barrier draws have set up with Cracker Hill drawing barrier 2, he'll get across I Got Music very easily. Bolt for Brilliance, he just gets out with them. He doesn't show acceleration off the gate. So you'd find the front relatively easily. I suppose it just pressures how much pressure goes into the race. And do you think Bolt for Brilliance can sit outside Cracker Hill and still beat him home? From what I've seen, I suggest probably yes.
Yep, I'm in the same camp. He probably can. It might be a slightly more difficult watch, but yeah, it looks a certainly Cornella of the night. Before we get to the open class paces and trotters, Better Twist comes north for the first time. She's in the Sire Stakes Fillies heat. She'll be hard to beat even from a wide draw. She looks a proper horse.
Looks a really good horse. Again, a bit like a couple of other horses we've talked about, Michael. I think the longer trips are going to suit her. I'm not convinced the mile 1700 really is her go. But in saying that, I think she has probably too much ability for this field, and especially with Ivana drawing the second row here, which is her stablemate and probably the main rival along with She's No Lady. So to answer your question, would I take $1.75 even from the outside of the front? I probably would.
Yeah, me too. Open class pace is interesting. I think the bookie's got this wrong. South Coast Arden maybe deserves to be favourite, but he's awfully short for a horse who got a 30-metre handicap start last time over the likes of Star Galleria. I wouldn't be surprised if one or two of these horses out wide tonight roll the dice, either Star Galleria or on the cards or both, because they get a rare opportunity here to race in what's not a true open class field.
I think even a horse like Check-In, which has been hindered by standing starts, is very quick from a mobile as well, Michael. I can understand what the bookmakers are looking at. They're saying, hey, listen, did South Coast Arden go good enough behind Copy That to suggest that he deserves to be a short price favourite? Absolutely. $2, though, is getting what I think is far too skinny. He's actually been backed in as we've recorded this message. I think opened at 240. He's into 210. So there's obviously a little bit of confidence in the camp. My problem, along with what you are reiterating, is will he find the front? My suggestion, looking at the speed maps, he's going to have to really get off barrier 1 to find the front here, because Star Galleria is a real fast horse off the gate, and I think could get across, and on the cards equally as quick as well. So it's no given if you're looking at the $2.10 and suggesting South Coast Arden is just a natural leader. I don't see it that way.
No, look, I hope Mango's got himself another really good horse, and I think he might have, and I think it's a horse he might end up in the Auckland Cup. I'm not slagging him at all. I just don't want to take $2 to find out, or $2.
Not for a rating 72, Michael. He actually not well placed in that race. I mean, he's the winner of 4. I mean, on the cards is 111. They're on equal marks.
Well, and has raced in an Inter-Dominion final, and Star Galleria's run second in an Auckland Cup. So I'll be staying away from South Coast Arden even if he does win. So I'll be happy for Mango. Open class trot's interesting, or semi-open class trot. Pretty Majestic returns to Alexandra Park. She seems to love it there. I was surprised actually Credit Master was favourite in this race. He's not the same horse right-handed as left-handed. He's been good right-handed. I thought this was quite an open affair and quite a good betting race.
Yeah, really open affair, Michael. I think Pretty Majestic suggested on Friday at the workouts that maybe she's just going to benefit a lot from that first up run behind Ultimate Stride. It was a much better version of her. It's a small field. She's never quick away, but you can see her getting into the right place on the track here. And I thought she deserved to start favourite. I thought it was a really tricky race because there was a little bit of speed off the front here. The likes of Resonate, Victus, Daisy Hill, they're all good horses. I don't think they're as good as Pretty Majestic, though. So I think she's the one to beat. I just think she's short enough in the market.
My bet of the night is a rarely a second line drawn horse. I like Christians Have Time. I'm starting to really like how he's developing as a horse. What else did you like tonight at the park?
Well, I think he's a very good bet tonight, Michael. I mean, he takes on a rating probably 55 and faster, and he gets in here pretty well. I mean, he chased home Kango last time, and there were some very good horses in that race, and he had to come from a second row draw, so he's going to have to do that again tonight. I think he's very, very hard to beat. I actually like General Montana to beat Luke John in the first. Now, that's going to seem very strange, but I just wonder how the...
I'm with you. I think it's got a very good chance of beating because I think he'll lead over the 1700, and I don't see any pressure.
No, I don't. And there's predominantly maidens all around him. A piece of Luke, Captain Nemo, Colin Bromack. I mean, really, it looks a race in two, and you're getting $2.60 General Montana versus $1.75 for Luke John. I think over the longer trip, I'd be more happy to be on Luke John, but I just could see one posing up a little bit further in front, and that may be worth the $2.60 play.
Mate, it's going to be a fun night. Alexandra Park tonight on a Friday night. If you can't make it along, all the action will be on trackside. All the odds are open now on tab.co.nz.